The moment the woman ascended to the throne as empress, the first thing she did was plunge a sword into her lover's chest with her own hands. Yet the man harbored no resentment toward her. Instead, he felt relieved by her action. But even as he lay dead, the empress's anger remained unquenched. She even ordered his tomb to be dug up overnight, determined to continue tormenting his corpse. To everyone's horror, however, when the coffin was opened, his body was nowhere to be found. The empress had clearly plunged the sword through his chest herself, and she had personally ordered his burial there. As she suspected her servants of stealing the body, she stumbled upon a letter hidden inside the coffin, a letter containing his explanation for everything. But far from calming her, the letter only enraged her further. She immediately sent men to every corner of the kingdom, vowing to find the man who had faked his death. The truth traced back to his childhood. He had once been a beggar, taken in by the empress's mother by chance. From then on, he grew up by the empress's side, and their affection for each other deepened over time. They had promised to marry once she ascended the throne. But fate took a cruel turn. The late emperor died unexpectedly, and her brothers all plotted to kill her to seize the throne for themselves. He had planned to take her away to safety, only to discover he'd been fatally poisoned with just 3 months left to live. To ensure she could ascend the throne smoothly, he made a desperate choice. He pretended to be a ruthless prince, killing all her brothers for her. Even the maid and her own mother, who had betrayed her, were put to death by his own hand. After completing all this, he simply sat on a stool and waited for her arrival. As he had anticipated, the first thing she did when she walked in was kill him. Facing his death at her hands, he felt no bitterness, only a look of contentment as he took his last breath. But the empress could never let go of her resentment. Every time she thought of the loved ones he'd killed, she ached to torment him further. That was why she'd ordered his tomb dug up overnight, only to find he'd faked his death. The letter in the coffin explained why he'd killed her family, but the empress was convinced it was all a lie. In her eyes, his only goal was to cheat death and keep living. What she didn't know, however, was that the man now had only 1 month left to live.